To be honest, I don't really know where to begin. I just wanted to sort of turn the camera on and just start rolling, because this has been playing on my mind now for, I think, far too long. It's started becoming a joke, and I need to put this out in the public domain and talk to you guys about it.
Someone's at front door.
Lovely, thank you. Okay, so this is a little bit mental, really. This is brand new for 2020. This is LG's new, I don't even know what they call it. It's the gallery design. So this is essentially a crazy, crazy TV. It's not the wallpaper TV, but it's like the next best thing. And this is sort of the catalyst for this entire video. So, Feng Shui. Essentially, it's a Chinese word, changing things around you, changing the energy in the room to then hopefully change your energy, the energy that you're feeling. Now, the main issues, like I've said, with this room, and they're not huge, but they do make a difference when you're living here, is that over here, there's not much natural light coming in, so when you sat here having your lunch or your dinner or your tea, moody and dark and miserable. And over here, we have these like huge bifold doors. It's a shame that we've lost all the nice weather in the UK. It's now kind of overcast. Unfortunately, all this natural light pours in and hits the TV, and therefore when it is really bright outside, you really struggle to see this TV. Even when you're sat just there, it's almost not a nice experience. So instead, what we're gonna do is put the AV stuff over that side of the room and move the table to this side of the room. That way you'll be able to see the TV and have your lunch, dinner or tea in the light. For now, we need to essentially clean the entire kitchen before we start working on it. I'd like to know what's falling down there? Like, what's going on? So essentially what's going on here is I've done a little bit of work pre-turning on the camera because I wanted to make sure, essentially the media cabinet is going to sit here. Cables are now going to go through here in the wall so you won't even see them, and I think that is a big deal to make this look, hopefully, as good as it's going to look. But on that, the entire floor is now clean. We have touched up this wall a little bit with paint, so if I take this piece of art off up here, there should just be 2 screws up there that we need to get rid of, but that's that, we'll do that later. So next up is to clear this cupboard out, which I think is kind of organised quite well anyway, because this is going to be our brand new media cabinet. Now it's good because we call this thing the Hive, because it has these like, I can fit my fingers through. If we're going to put tech inside of here, it's going to have a nice amount of air that can reach it instead of it just being really hot and hopefully not breaking. Now all the cables from the TV before sort of go off that way in the wall into the utility cupboard, so having Xboxes and things in here really isn't very good. But if we're gonna make this our media cabinet, we need to go ahead and do some woodwork to it first.
Trapping like the narco, got dope like Pablo, cut dope like Pablo.
Okay, so this is gonna be my tool of choice, the Easy Cut 50. Now this is a bit of a like mental thing, that if you can see how small this blade is, it's essentially just a mini baby chainsaw. The TV through the wall. Now the last thing we need is power, but the power for the TV is in the box. So it's gonna be a while before this place is like 100% done and clean and tidy. Obviously things are sort of falling out the wall still over there, but for now we have power on the back of this unit. We have holes here for AV equipment to go inside of this cabinet, and the cables are through the wall. So the next big thing is to unbox this insane telly. Right, so this is the proprietary wall mount bracket that comes with it. Like I say, this TV can only be mounted on the wall because it's like a wallpaper type job. Accessories. So So this is our first glimpse at this crazy telly. You can see how thin this is. Here's my finger for reference. So it's going to literally sit up to the wall, and there's no bezels on it either. Like, it's literally bezel-less. Crazy. Again, LG, like, thanks for this. I appreciate it. This is like a $4 TV. So yeah, LG, thanks.
Flap and Flotsam, what's that?
Start doing TV all over again.
Oh my god. So we are the 65GX, so we're the middle triangle, yeah?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Product of the 90s production.
Are you ready?
So you can actually see how they pull this off with this special bracket. Now, how they get it so tight to the wall is this bracket gets drilled up, and then the TV is actually recessed. So if you looked at the TV side on, this will be flush to the wall because the bracket's hidden into the TV. I'm hoping this is going to work because essentially we've got one shot at this.
Are you ready?
It's permanent.
It's permanent.
Oh, it's permanent forever.
Now what you doing? Look at that, it's absolutely bob on. It's as if two professionals have been in and absolutely sorted out. Okay, so she's mounted. That is what the mount looks like on the wall. It has this sort of... So the next thing is Toby and I need to try and lift this TV onto the bracket, and hopefully it doesn't all fall down. That just is good, isn't it? Oh, it's coming off so smooth, like. So I ran network cables through the wall last time. I only ran one though, which made me have to have like a switch behind the TV. Because if you think about it, there's not just the TV that's being plugged in, you've got things like Chromecast Ultras that need like a dedicated hardwired Ethernet connection. So with step 2 of this, well, changing the kitchen round, I've gone to, well, the next level. I've installed a proper switch here with a termination in the wall. So we've got enough ports for all the things in the rack, and there's a cable ran here up to the TV. That is a lot of cables. That's just the optical cable to take the sound from the TV to the speaker. It's like, oh, it's an optic cable, like that's just light in there. Okay, so final bits of the speakers in. I'm gonna show you the mess of cables now that I've got to sort of sort out down here. In my head, I know where all of these go. What I'm gonna do is just use some tiny little cable ties and tie all this up and hopefully make it look semi-neat and acceptable to live behind here.
Oh, it looks perfect.
I don't know. I mean, do you not think it just looks a bit like off there? So it's time, I suppose, I give you guys a little bit of a tour of what we've got going on here. I've gone ahead and set up this Logitech Harmony remote. If we click on Kitchen Cast, it should turn on the speakers, and then it automatically switches the TV to the Chromecast input. Now, let's talk about this iNSANE TV for a quick second, because it's got a 1 millisecond response time, it's got NVIDIA G-Sync built in out the box. Now, these are all self-lit pixels on this screen, and it's obviously an OLED panel. It means that the blacks are gonna be super, super dark, and the colors like the red in this Gears of War thumbnail really, really pop. And then obviously we need to address the elephant in the room as to how just thin and incredible this TV is. Now, I did start with having the LED strip around the TV. That's what it was like previously. However, I put the strip behind the beehive and also underneath it too, because I think it just really exaggerates how thin this panel is. And for those of you who are interested, all the cables run into here. So there we have an Apple TV. Over here we have an Xbox One X. There we have our Chromecast, and then I've got a Nintendo Switch in here. That's going to be the 4th item. Now, as for the KEF LS50 speakers, I've gone ahead and cable trunked them. I don't think you can tell. To be fair, they go across there. You can't tell. But honestly, this looks insane. And as insane as this may be, I don't think we're quite finished with this kitchen yet. Okay, so it's now the next day, and I'm super proud of this. Toby and I have put in quite a lot of work to make this like how it is now, but after a sand, after a paint, I'm like super happy with it. So we actually took inspiration from this wall through a picture I found on Pinterest. I'll show you it. It's this one right here. But as you guys can see, if you look back at the wall, there's something missing. Ah, look, we have absolutely sorted it. We actually potted these ourselves. So this is an old pot that I had, and then we got this wooden one just to mix it up a little bit. Okay guys, there we go. What do you think? What do you think of the whole place? What's going on? Like, this is insane. Like, what? This entire place, the downstairs of my house, has changed dramatically for the better, and I'm so happy about that. All of our issues are now sorted. This is more of a section where you can come and chill out. I need some more seating here, really, because this sofa's not cutting it. But all of this lovely greenery over here is completely making up for that, and then obviously these hanging plants, and then this wall that Toby and I put together literally in one afternoon, just by gluing these pieces of wood to the wall and sanding it all down and painting it. Like, this is insane, and it was so easy to do. One thing that I've learned throughout all of this is I didn't realize plants were so expensive, but that could have been the place that I bought them from. I've literally spent over like £400 on all of these plants here. That is including all of the pots, so let me know if you think that's a lot of money down below, and I'll not go there again. But for now, this kitchen is insane. I'm happy with it. It's insane. I can't wait to sit here and get some work done later on. Like, I feel like I'm in the garden. This is so nice. So with that being said, I've set out to do what I wanted to do. Entirely, completely change my kitchen, install this insane TV, and give the room some feng shui, some of that stuff. And yeah, I like it. It's good.